You are going to want to save this recipe because your taste buds won't believe that it's keto. Wait, it's keto. You are going to hear that when you hand somebody a scoop of this delicious, creamy keto strawberry cheesecake ice cream. This ice cream has no sugar crash, full cheesecake flavor, loaded with fresh strawberries, and nothing but pure, guilt-free pleasure. I'm Dr. Jonette, your longevity expert, creator of the Longevity Switch. Let's get cooking and make this ice cream. We are going to start by making the graham cracker crumble that will be going into the ice cream. I have a half a cup of almond flour, and to that I am adding some sweetener. In this case, I'm using allulose. If you use a non-sugar sweetener, whatever your favorite one is, allulose, erythritol, monk fruit, any of them will work. And I'll stir, and a little cinnamon and some melted butter. This makes those delicious cheesecake crumbles. We're gonna add it to a little baking pan and bake it for about 8 minutes. Keep an eye on it though at 325 degrees. Sometimes it gets a little on the brown side, so about 4 minutes, stir it once and then check it at about 6 minutes to see where it's at. Just gonna spread it out here on the baking sheet, and it goes right into the toaster oven over here. While that's baking, let's go ahead and make the strawberries for the strawberry swirl in the cheesecake ice cream. We're starting with a cup of strawberries, and I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice. Turn on the induction burner and a pinch of salt. We'll get that heating. It's starting to steam a little bit, and the strawberries are starting to break down. Once they start to break down a little bit, I mash them up with a masher. And we're also going to add a little sweetener, and with that sweetener, I've mixed in a little thickener, instant clear gel. Instant clear gel is one of those thickeners that thickens instantly, so you want to add it at the end. That looks good. And I've, again, my favorite sweetener, allulose, with about a teaspoon of instant clear gel. And we're gonna stir that in. You can see it's a nice thick consistency there. And I'm gonna set that aside. We want it nice and cool before it goes into our ice cream. Next, we want to make the base for our ice cream. I've added 2 packages of full-fat cream cheese to the mixing bowl, and we're gonna just beat it until it's nice and fluffy. Once it's nice and fluffy, go ahead and scrape down the sides. That looks great. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it on about a little more than low and add the sugar, the sweetener to it, some vanilla bean paste. For the full recipe, go to my website at growwithdrjonette.com, and the recipe is all written out for you there along with the amounts. I love to use vanilla bean paste and vanilla in the ice cream base, adding about a teaspoon of it, a couple of tablespoons of lemon juice, and that pinch of salt. When you add salt to something sweet, it just helps enhance the sweetness and balance it. Let's go ahead and scrape down our bowl here. Want to get that all mixed in real well. That looks great. We're going to go ahead and set that aside and whip the whipping cream portion of this base. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator because you want to try to keep your ingredients for the base of your ice cream cold. So this is going to go in the refrigerator, and I'm going to take out a chilled bowl and the whipping cream for the next part of the base. If you scroll down to the links below, you'll be able to find a link for where you can purchase that induction burner, the mixer, and all the equipment that you see me using here in the recipe today. I'm going to use my hand mixer to whip the whipping cream. I want to whip this whipping cream until I have soft peaks. Once I get to the point of soft peaks, I'm going to add a sweetener with some more instant clear gel to stabilize that whipped cream and help it retain its shape while I fold it into the cream cheese mixture. And then I'll whip it up to stiff peaks. I'm starting to see some soft peaks here, so I'm going to go ahead and add the sweetener with the stabilizer, the instant clear gel. There, we've got nice stiff peaks. Let's get this folded into our cheesecake mixture, or our cream cheese mixture. What you want to do is gently fold it in so that you don't deflate all of the whipping cream. That looks pretty good there. I am going to be using a larger oval baking dish. It's about 8 by 11 inches in diameter. So I'm going to put half of this into the baking dish, and I'm going to put half of the strawberries on top, and we're going to swirl them into the cream along with half of those crumbles, graham crumbles, keto graham crumbles. That looks pretty good. Looking so yummy. You just want to kind of swirl it in. Some nice strawberry swirl going there. And add the rest of your fluffy, creamy, delicious ice cream base. If you would want to make it with other berries, I've made it with raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, whatever berries you love. All of them are delicious. Haven't tried it with gooseberries though. Used to grow gooseberries when we were growing up. Never made gooseberry ice cream though. I love blackberries because it gives such a dramatic contrast between the ice cream and the berries. That looks great. Now, if you like more strawberries, you could put 2 cups of strawberries in yours instead of 1 cup. I just used 1 cup. And the rest of our topping, cheesecake crust crumbles. And we're going to just swirl that all in. If you have an ice cream freezer, you can freeze this in your ice cream freezer. Once it's soft serve consistency, add your strawberries and your crumbles. That looks amazing. Pop that in the freezer, probably about 4 hours. Check it after a couple of hours, see how it's coming along. It freezes fairly quickly because it's so fluffy. You want it to be kind of soft enough to scoop. If you freeze it overnight, let it sit at room temperature for several minutes to soften a little bit and make it easier to scoop. While that ice cream is freezing, I want to remind you of the importance of a ketogenic diet. When we have a ketogenic diet, our body is able to generate something called ketone bodies, which research has shown are important for prevention of Alzheimer's dementia because it gives our brain an alternate energy source to use if it begins to run out of glucose. It makes us metabolically flexible and gives our powerhouses, our mitochondria, an additional way of obtaining energy. I can't wait to try this keto strawberry cheesecake ice cream. I let it freeze overnight, and as you can see, it's a little hard to scoop, but we're gonna make it work anyway. And what I noticed is it's easier around the edges and in the middle. That looks amazing. Let's give it a try. Cheesecake, strawberries, cream, delicious. Like I said, when you hand somebody this ice cream and tell them it's keto or sugar-free, they will be like, what? It does not taste like it. I grabbed a bowl, 2 scoops to be precise, of this delicious sugar-free keto strawberry cheesecake ice cream and proceeded to devour it. It was so good. And afterwards, I took a look at the graph from my continuous glucose monitor and tracked it for 2 hours to see if it would actually keep me in ketosis or kick me right out of ketosis, like a sugar bomb that most ice cream is. Here is the graph, and I think the results are going to shock you. Here's the results for the continuous glucose monitor for the strawberry cheesecake ice cream. My glucose began at about 84 at 8:30 p.m. At 9 p.m., it was 96, and then it rapidly returned to its baseline by 10 p.m., back down to 82. As you can see from the graph, there was essentially no change in my blood glucose after eating the sugar-free strawberry cheesecake ice cream. Did it kick me out or did I stay in? If these results surprised or shocked you, hit that subscribe button right now so that you don't miss any of my keto-friendly, healthy longevity recipes that keep you in ketosis and keep your body and brain healthy. For the full recipe, go to my website at growwithdrjonette.com. And while you're there, hang out a little bit, explore all the healthy longevity recipes, as well as lots of great information about healthy health and well-being. We'll see you next time on the Dr. Jonette channel. Thank you so much for watching.